Hi, everybody. It's DelusionDispeller. I tried to go live a moment ago and it didn't work, as usual. So I'm going live again. Um, now. Anyhow, the reason I'm making this live video as I'm getting ready for work, believe it or not, is because I've gotten a lot of comments. Well, not a lot. A couple people in particular questioning my credentials. Because, of course, everybody in society goes by, are you credentialed? Are you qualified to talk about that? And sometimes that's super important. Like with a doctor, you're going to want them to be credentialed. With a therapist or like a psychiatrist or psychologist, you want them to be credentialed. Other people in like really big professions that influence your life immensely, you want them to be credentialed. On YouTube, when somebody gives an opinion, which is what I've told you is all along my opinion, my speculation, my surmising, my ideas about this Watts case and other things. You don't need the person to be credentialed. You just need to know that, do I trust what this person's saying? Do I agree with it? Do I disagree? Do I like their channel? It's not all that serious, people, okay? You're not sitting in a chair in my office as I am your psychologist or psychiatrist telling you this stuff. I'm just a person on YouTube, okay? I'm a life coach. I'm hopefully a friend to some people, like as much as you can be a friend on the internet. I'm a comforting source to those that are stuck in their homes. I'm whatever you want me to be, okay, to you. Because everybody, that's going to be different for them. If you don't like my channel and you're offended by what I say, one question for you. Why are you still here? Why are you still posting? Are you trying to save people from me? Because if you are, you may as well not waste your time. The fact of life is everybody has a right to an opinion, and everybody has a right to be on whatever YouTube channel they want to be on. If it's mine, fine. If it's not mine, that's fine too. It's a free country. We don't live in a, totalitarian communist area where people censor everything everybody says. So I have a right to say what I want to say, as much as people have a right to post videos about slaughter and murder and torturing animals and all the sick stuff that's out there that I refuse to even watch. And if it comes across my Facebook, I delete it immediately because it's disgusting and it's awful that people do this stuff. My channel isn't about that. My channel is about helping people. It's always been about helping people. Some of it's more lighthearted, and I share like things about my children or things I'm going through or whatever. Not that that's lighthearted. Sometimes that's pretty intense. But the fact is, you're coming on my channel questioning my credentials, which you have every right to do, and I've answered your question. But just to reiterate, just for your sake, 2 degrees at Kaplan University. At the time, they were not an accredited university. They recently accredited themselves because I complained about it to the higher ups. I'm sure that's not the only reason, but I'm sure that fed into it. And now they're accredited, lo and behold, after I'm done, graduated, years later, find out I can't get a job in my field because I didn't have any on-the-job training. Now they're accredited. Point being, I started this channel back in 2008, 9, something like that, back in my first marriage, before I even knew anything about psychology. All I knew is I had been abused by a narcissist, or a person that I didn't know at the time was a narcissist, found Sam Vaknin's materials, realized she had narcissistic traits, and decided she was a narcissist, and began making one video. That's it. And everybody that saw my video, I didn't really have any negative comments about that first video. Everybody that came on there said, please make more videos. Please tell us more about this stuff, this narcissism. We'd never even heard of it till you. Okay? I had no intentions of becoming this video, whatever I am, hit, sensation, whatever. I was a person living in an abusive marriage who had just hooked up with a narcissistic mentor, found out she was a narcissist, made one video, told my story, and people said, please keep making videos. So I have. Flash forward a little bit, I decided a lot of people are going to be questioning whether I can be trusted. So I probably should go to school, get some sort of a degree, and be a trusted source of information. So I took my time for 4 years through a very stressful divorce, not a bad divorce. It wasn't like we weren't fighting all the time over stuff and the kids. And thankfully, we didn't have any of that. In fact, we were made to go to parenting classes because we were both on government payments like Medicaid and that kind of stuff. And I don't know if they still do it, but back then they required you to go to parenting classes. They required both husband and wife to take classes that taught you not to pit the kids against the other spouse. Smartest thing we ever did. I wish it was mandatory for everybody to do it, even if they're not on the public, help stuff. But it helped. Now my ex-husband and I co-parent, I guess is what the term is now. Now our kids are adults now, but we co-parented all along. We made decisions together about the children as much as you can do with somebody that's narcissistic. But the kids turned out fine. Every one of my children is either a professional or training to be one. So in society's eyes, my children are a success. So I can talk from that, if nothing else. So my credentials, are 2 psychology degrees, a bachelor's and a master's. My bachelor degree was in child development. So yes, I know something about children and what they should be doing at each age. My second one, my master's degree, is in substance abuse counseling. So I know about addiction. So that qualifies me. Am I a psychiatrist? Nope, never said I was. Am I a psychologist? No, I'm not. So if you're looking for a psychiatry or a psychology person, go to their channels. Stop looking for it from me because I'm not either of those things. Never said I was, never will be. Didn't get my PSYD, did not get a doctorate, don't plan on it. So if that bothers you that I'm talking and I don't have those higher degrees, go where they do have them. Plain and simple. Stop harassing me. Now you said, well, how am I harassing you? Because you're expecting me to suddenly turn into something I'm not. Or you're expecting me to shut up because I'm not. And I got news for you. I'm not going to. The only time I shut up is when YouTube shuts me down or God turns me totally off from talking. Because that's the only 2 people that have any say in this. You really don't. You can shut me off on your computer. You can hit the little X at the top of the screen. You can, there's many ways you can shut me off. You can shrink me. You can minimize my screen. You can click the X. You can block me from contacting you, which I don't anyways. You can delete me. You could report me. What are you going to report me for? Giving an opinion? I don't think YouTube's going to shut me down for an opinion. I just don't. If they ever do, then I will take that as God's saying that I should be quiet and not say anything else. But as you can read from the comments, this is helping people, many people. In fact, I have more people saying, go for it, keep talking. We want to hear your opinion. We want to hear your view. We enjoy your channel. Then I hear people complaining about it. So as long as that's the case, I'm going to take that as God's go ahead, YouTube's go ahead to keep saying what I say. I don't feel I'm harming anybody by giving an opinion or a viewpoint or putting forth facts that are in books, that are online, that are everywhere about narcissism. So that's what I have to say about that. You can keep writing to me. It's your free right to write me as much as it's my free right to say what I have to say. So go ahead and write me. One thing that being on YouTube has taught me years ago when I was saved, if you will, became a Christian, I was very closed-minded. I felt there was black, there was white, there was right, there was wrong. There was no in between. There was no such thing as speculating or guessing or having an opinion. Everything was just fact. This is the way it is. This is the truth. And that's the only truth. And if you bring me anything else, I'm not listening. One thing being on YouTube taught me, and also going to college taught me, is that it's okay to speculate and that there is room to think things through. It's called critical thinking. It's something colleges teach now. So when I look at this case of the Wattses, I'm looking at both sides. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know. Some people say, well, maybe it's not even true. Maybe there's crisis actors doing the whole thing. Kind of like the Sandy Hook situation, which some people believe wasn't really a thing, that those kids are still alive and well somewhere, and that it was all acted out. Is that possible? Yes. Anything is possible. We have special effects now. We have cameras. We have things that make horror movies look like real life. So why would that surprise anybody that things are acted out? It doesn't surprise me if it was. I don't know. I am going on videos. I'm analyzing videos. I'm analyzing behaviors on video. Are they real? Who knows? From what I know, there's a guy in jail that allegedly killed people, okay, in his family. There was a woman out there on video that was not displaying the best of what I would consider good parenting skills. Those are facts. The rest is my opinion and my speculation. And if by my speculating you think I'm a terrible psychiatrist, good, because I'm not a psychiatrist. If you think I'm an awful psychologist, wonderful. I'm not a psychologist. Never worked in an office of psychiatry or psychology. I see a psychologist because I'm trying to work through things in my marriage. My husband sees one. We see therapists. So what? So what? It's YouTube land, okay? You're free to say what you want here. But I can tell you what I say to the best of my ability is my truth. And it's facts, a lot of it. And some of it's opinion, and some of it's speculation, some of it's just my ideas I'm tossing around. And if you have an issue with that, like I said, hit the X. But go ahead and express yourself to me. Some of your comments get deleted because they're nasty and mean and have all kinds of expletives in them. And other ones I sit and think, maybe they have a point about that. And then you'll see me comment to you and respond to you. It might not be the exact response you want or need, but it's going to be real because that's what I am. I'm all about real. See my dishes behind me? Some people are going to say, oh, why don't you do your dishes? You know what? You're right. I need to keep my dishes done. I've been working on that. And actually, that's probably the best my sink has looked in a while because dishes are not something that I know of that anybody really enjoys doing. And actually, those are just things set on the counter, which when I get home, that's when I do my dishes. Those things will probably be off the counter and cleaned up. But my house is not pristine. I never said it was. I live in an extremely tiny space. I feel very cluttered. Nobody wants to come here and help me organize. I've cried out to places like Habitat for Humanity, Project Now, which is what the place is near us that helps with that stuff. Because I don't literally own my house right now, they won't come and help. Or because I'm not homeless, they won't furnish an apartment and have me move in. Nobody will come here and condemn the place because nobody comes here. And people that do tell me, well, when you clean it up, we'll come and help you. I've already explained I am not an organized person. I'm trying to learn how to do that. This is reality. I've seen houses on YouTube that look a whole lot worse than mine. And I've seen gorgeous houses on YouTube that I would love to have. But guess what? That's not my reality right now. That's not where I'm at. Unfortunately, maybe fortunately, I don't know. Depends on the way you look at it. I've learned to make do with less. I've learned to be super appreciative when I end up having something more than I have. So maybe it's taught me to be thankful and appreciative. Who knows? Anyway, I'm not going to prolong this video too much. Yes, I enjoy talking to everybody. My mom used to say, you like to hear yourself talk. Maybe there's an element of that too. I don't know. I enjoy myself. I find myself humorous. I find myself enjoyable to be with. I wish more people did, because maybe if they felt better about being in their own skin, they would stop lashing out at other people. That's just a thought. So my credentials are 2 psychology degrees, not accredited at the time. Working with children that have Down syndrome, behavioral disorders, multiple sclerosis. I've helped adults that have learning disabilities, schizophrenia, and a myriad of other things. So if that doesn't make me credentialed or experienced in your eyes, and it makes you uncomfortable to hear the way I put things out and the fact that I change my mind about things and change my opinion, then just go find somewhere else to be and write me and tell me how you don't like me and I'm not credentialed and I'm misleading people and whatever. Because like I said, I'll just either read your comment, respond to it, delete it, maybe post it. Who knows? Guess what? That's my right too for being on my YouTube channel. It's my channel. It's just how it is. It's how it's always been. Many people have tried to shut me down. Many people have threatened me, threatened my life, threatened to stab my children with butcher knives and kill them. I've had death threats up the wazoo over the years. This is nothing new. I'm still here because that's where apparently God wants me, I guess, because that's just what's going on in my life at this point. And I'm grateful to Him for every breath I breathe every morning. I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I can make a difference in the place I work at with these children that have been harmed and abused and mistreated and traumatized. I do the best I can. That's all any of us can do, right? I guess enough said on that subject. I just wanted to share my heart about that. Um, you either like me or hate me or aren't sure about me. And aren't we kind of like that about everybody? That's just life. Everybody's either trustworthy or not trustworthy, or maybe sometimes trustworthy. It's just reality. I don't know what more I can say to you. I don't know what more you want me to say, or what you're hoping to hear. And I'm addressing this to the people that have been blasting me behind the scenes, and some of them right on the channel, the comments and things. I'm me. I'm real, and I only know how to be me. And sorry if that's. I'm not even sorry. That should be enough for anybody. I'm myself. So like me, loathe me, hate me, whatever. I can't control your feelings. That's about you, and that's what you choose to do if that's where you're at. But I can only be me. So anyhow, I guess that's it. That's all I have to say on that topic. And yeah, the whole Shanann Watts, Chris Watts thing, just opinions, just speculations on my end, as I've said many times. As far as me diagnosing anyone, I can't diagnose someone that's passed away, first of all. Were she alive, I would probably have sat down with her and told her what I saw. And if she was narcissistic, she would have reacted the same way my narcissistic former mentor reacted, with narcissistic rage and the silent treatment. If she wasn't narcissistic, she might have sat down and we could have talked about how we could have treated Cece and Bella a little differently. Maybe put the camera down and spent some more time with them. I don't know. Maybe she wasn't on the camera that much and it just seems like a lot because there's all these videos. I have no idea. I know that she was killed or died in some way. I don't know who killed her. I know that Chris is now in jail and confesses to killing her. I really think he did kill her. That I'm almost, I'd say 85% positive about. I think he did, just by the way he was acting in the interviews. But again, speculation. But yeah, if she was alive, and I knew her, I probably would have helped her out with the children. We would have sat and made like a star chart. I've actually helped other mothers raise their children. In fact, let me tell you a little quick story, and then I got to go because I got to get ready for work. It's 5 minutes to 7, and I got to be out the door in like 15, 20 minutes on the road because my trip takes about maybe 15 minutes to get to work. So I got to get going. But I just want to tell you a quick story. Back when I lived with my foster mom, there was a friend of hers, and I'll name her because nobody knows her, Kathy. She was married to a guy named Ernie, and they had three kids, three children, a little boy and two girls, I believe. And this lady was a mess. Schizophrenic up the wazoo, most likely, bipolar, something, majorly crazy. She threatened to stab herself to death in front of the children while I was there. Now, mind you, I was like 17, 18 years old and very a young 17, 18-year-old. Very shy, nervous, insecure, definitely. And when this woman did this, I'm standing there watching this lady standing near the counter. I can picture it in my mind with this humongous knife in her hand saying, "I'll kill myself. I'll kill myself." And all this was because she had not done something with the chore chart or something for these kids, and her husband was upset or whatever. And she was like, "I'll just kill myself. Everybody be better off without me. I'll just kill myself right now." And here's these three little children witnessing this, okay? I was sent to this home to help her start a more positive way of raising these children because all she did was scream and yell and smack them. I was able to achieve that, even though this time she had a breakdown, obviously, bipolar something going on there. But she was working right alongside of me and learning new ways to raise her children with positivity, with consequences, but not brutality, with rewards. I'm all about reward systems. I love rewards. I think you get more flies with honey than with vinegar, my mom used to say. And that's so true. Because when we started rewarding these children, the children's behavior definitely improved. Unfortunately, Kathy was really disillusioned and messed up or whatever, and she still is to this day. Um, but the fact is, so there's one of my experienced situations. I was a child myself who went in and helped a grown woman reparent her children. So am I credentialed? I would say I've been credentialed long before I had any type of degrees, whether they were accredited or not. So go ahead and throw some more darts at me because I will share some more experiences with you. And if they're not good enough, like I said, hit the X. That's all I have to say on that topic. I'm heading to work. Have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day and be free. Bye.